Hello and welcome back to FEW Showdown, our second showdown of April. Our first showdown last week saw Bob defeat Tobias before ushering some utter crap to the audience, which led to Samuel Scythe returning to confront him and demand that DK Championship rematch, which Bob quickly shut down. We then saw Stud Express defeat Fantasy Warfare. The Brothers of Darkness reminded them, we have our tag title match at Best Spectacular. Do not forget us. We are next. We also saw the FEW GB Championship change hands. Daniel Baxter had some help from Callum Watson in defeating King Morgan. Our main event then saw Nicole Roth win the first ever Women's Birthday Rumble. She now challenges whoever wins, whoever's Undisputed Champion at least, at Requel. Then we also saw our Undisputed Champ Thomas talk to the crowd and get confronted by Marcus Cross, which has led to a match tonight. So talking about tonight, our matches tonight include, well, we're kicking off with a non-match. Our Apex champion Tori wants to address the crowd. Not sure yet what she wants to address the crowd with, but she's kicking us off tonight. And that's going to be followed up by Alex taking on Knight of TNE. Alex looking for a bit of revenge for TNE costing him that DK Championship at Proving Ground, so he gets his hand on, well, one half of them at least tonight. That's then going to be followed by James taking on Brother Darren. Both members involved in that, obviously, FEW tag title match at Best Spectacular. James, of course, one half of the tag champion, Stud Express. Darren, on the other hand, one half of the 2025 BAPD Tag Tournament winners. Obviously, he's earned his title match and he's going one-on-one with Tag Champ tonight. So, a bit of momentum can go either way. Can swing in either one in their favour depending on who wins tonight. And then switching to the women's tag side, obviously Atlas Dragonshield, the one half of the women's tag team champions, Protects the Kingdom, takes on Lilly Bennet, aka the Wolf Lily, one half of Paranormal Life, of course the winners of the women's BAPD Tag Tournament. So again, it's going to be the case of momentum swinging either way depending on who wins. And that's going to be followed by Samuel Scythe taking on Frost. Scythe returning to in-ring action for the first time since losing that DK Championship to Bob. And our main event, we'll see Thomas take on Marcus Cross. Of course, that matchup we set up last week, that officially is our main event tonight. And again, just like last week, we have a great card. Yeah, we don't have a birthday rumble, we don't have a championship match, but got a lot of rivalries brewing here tonight. A lot of tasters, a lot of previews of Birthday Spectacular, and a lot of return to the ring. Some of our superstars. So yeah, let's just get straight into that opening segment. Tori, take us away with whatever you got to tell us about in your promo. Here comes our Apex champion. Not 100% sure what she has in store for us, but she asked for this one-on-one with the audience, so we gave her it and see what she's going to say now. I mean, that is true. I mean, she lost it on her first title defense. That's a big call out. Apex champion won a shot, the Undisputed Champion. And to be fair, the Queen is correct. And that is a big, massive shot back from the Apex champion. Undisputed title for the Apex title at Birthday Spectacular. Oh, that is destined to be a great match. Interesting way to kick us off tonight. Of course, we're kicking off our first actual match. Knight of TNE taking on Alex. Alex finally getting his hands on TNE following their actions at Proving Ground. Of course, Alex previously fought a member of TNE, fought Hunter prior to Proving Ground, which was the match that obviously got him the Proving Ground matchup. And that obviously went in his favour, but TNE just couldn't keep their noses out of that DK Championship match, could they? I mean, looking back at that match, and you knew technically, sorry, that it was Alex's night. He had that match in the bag. But of course, these two had to have that little distraction to help Bob retain the title. So Alex finally gets his hands on one of them at least, while the other stands in the wings and watches on. And I've just got this bad feeling they're going to utilise that to their advantage. There's two of them and one of Alex. You just know Hunter is going to stick his big ass nose in this matchup. So Alex will have to have eyes in the back of his head during the entirety of this match. And to be honest, the referee as well needs to have eyes in the back of his head. Because if he turns away for 1 second, trouble is going to brew. Of course, last week's show, we had an excellent show last week. Had some great tag team, had a great tag team match from, well, slightly spoilt title match. It's slightly spoiled. It was spoiled, really, if I'm being honest with you. Current champion versus the former champion, which was a pretty good match. And that women's birthday rumble to top us off was the icing on the cake. And we started off strong already with the Apex Champion challenging the Undisputed Champion for her title at Birthday Spectacular, title for title match, and it was quickly accepted. We're in for a hard-hitting fight between Knight of TNE and Alex, former, well, three-time FEW Tag Team Champion. He's currently the longest reigning, one half of the longest reigning Tag Team Champions. And he's showing his strength here as he's out-muscling Knight into the corner. And ref's trying to back my way here. And here we go. That elbow from the springboard. Follows up with an elbow to the canvas. Here we go. That splash. Using the rope rebound to do a bit more damage there. I was about to say, I spoke too soon in my mind. I was meant to say Alex in full control right now, but Knight quickly turned that around with a quick cheeky kick to the head. Now he's taking back control, and Hunter there watching on as his tag team partner dealing the damage to the former Draconic Bear. And elbow drop from the top rope, and he's just for a kendo stick. The ref hasn't noticed. He's going for the count here. 1, 2. Alex got the shoulder up though. I don't think the ref has noticed just yet the kendo stick in play. No, he has now. Ref wisely doing his job correctly there, throwing it back outside. I think he had a word with Hunter and like, don't do that. You know, Alex looking for a powerbomb, I think. Lifts him up, slams him down. Damaging the knee. Thought he was going for a submission then, but pounding away with that right hook to the face. Oh, kicks him in the arm. Alex counters though quickly and clotheslines the hell out of him. And again, Hunter, this time with the turnbuckle pad, and the ref spotted it. Alex trying to get Knight to his feet though. And lands the axe handle, but ref is distracted. 2, 3, 4. if I started counting straight away, easy like a 5 or 6 count there. Referee totally distracted, thanks to Hunter, which I said at the start. Ref needs eyes in the back of his head, and so does Alex, and it's proven it already. As Alex sends Knight into the corner. And Knight just pulled the official in. The official got splashed by Alex, and here comes Hunter throwing the chair in. But Alex with a counter slams him onto the chair. And that just backfired heavily on TNE. But the referee is down and out as Alex lands that leg drop. And now Hunter again sticking his nose in, yelling at Alex, trying to buy his partner some time to get to his feet. It's slowly getting up, but straight again into the path of Alex. Oh, counter. Oh, he's got him up. Just brings him straight back down. Again, I think the referee is still down. The camera is panned too far away here. Splash from the top rope, and yeah, he's still down. Looking to end this, but again, the referee's out. But Alex with a counter. Alex protects himself from the Crusade. The two are now back and forth. Another good back and forth. I just want to pan over and then see if the referee is still down and out right now. He took a right. I mean, he did get splashed by Alex. And they're too close to call. And Hunter is yelling at someone in the crowd. Alex with a bear hug. Bear hug is locked in, but it will mean nothing if he taps. So I think the referee, again, is still out cold. But Knight manages to squirm his way out. Picks Alex up, brings him down, and he's still... God damn it, ref. I think we might need to get a new referee out here. Because he is out cold. I mean, everyone, for a couple of seconds there, was down on the mat. Attempted to take him off the apron there, but it failed miserably. To the rope he goes. Big boot. Here he goes, looking for it. His partner is cheering him on. The ref's finally getting to his feet. Here we go. The Crusade. 1, 2, 3. 2v1 in the end, practically. They took the ref out quite quickly, meaning I get away with a lot more shit. And they're up to something now. And they're looking to add the icing to the cake here. Alex is down in there. He cannot defend himself right now. Ref, get out of there. You've already been taken out once. Just run for it. Here comes Knight with a chair, and he's whiling away on Alex with Hunter applauding. And I think Hunter wants to go here. And Knight's saying, go for it. And he's saying, yeah, I got this. It is a 2-on-1 assault on Alex right now. He may need assistance to deal with TNE. Now it's time for one half of our tag team champions to take on one half of the 2025 Bear Pit Tag Tournament winners. The conductor James stepping in the ring with Brother Darren. One man representing Stud Express, the other representing the Brothers of Darkness. James up for the fight tonight. can Darren cope with the ground wrestling style of James, that hard hitting style he has behind him as well? Not only can he just drag you to the mat and keep you there, he just needs one hit with that head of his or that elbow and you are out for the count. So Brother Darren needs to watch out for that. He needs to prevent the all aboard headbutt. He definitely needs to prevent tickets, please. But when one of these two gains some momentum heading to Birthday Spectacular for that upcoming tag title match between Stud Express, the tag team champions, and Brothers of Darkness, the challengers, 2025 Baby Tag Team winners, who earns momentum tonight? The Stud or the Brother? So this change of attitude really for the Brothers of Darkness, obviously 4 members of Paranormal Life, Victor and Darren, now going by Brother Victor and Brother Darren. This change of attitude is definitely at the moment worked in their favour. I mean, yes, they cheated their way for the first round, the semi-final matchup of the tournament, but they won the final. Not only did they win the final, they defeated obviously Mystery and Hell's Warrior at Proving Ground in that 6-man tag team tornado match. The only loss really they've had since being reborn at the start of the year was against Deadly Bros. Deadly Bros getting the victory thanks to Mystery doing the damage at the beginning of the matchup. I mean, to be fair, I think most people still expect the Brothers of Darkness to overcome Deadly Bros, but Steve and Jeremy were just too much for them. On obviously a injured after an ambush attack, I should say. They weren't 100%, and that is what cost them, as James went for the clothesline, but Brother Darren just sidestepped him, and then they're locking up horns. And his Brother Darren out-muscling James and sending him into that corner. Wasn't the referee to get in between them and say, look, calm it down, as James step up kick there. Sent on. I mean, you could argue the same, obviously, with James. Obviously, Brother Darren, it was this rebirth going from Paranormal Life to the Brothers of Darkness that has given him new life in FEW. I mean, if I find his stats right now, I think it's quite far down on my list here, actually. Just start actually, like, making a little presentation so I know. So I have to keep scrolling for all this details. I can just have them right, the ones I need right in front of me. Obviously, since becoming Brother Darren, he, let's say, 4 out of 5 matches have gone in his favour. It's a huge clothesline from James. 4 out of 5 isn't bad, considering the fact that his overall, it was a good move from James. His overall count, his overall tally is 6 wins to, I believe I've got this right, 21 losses. 1, 2, oh no, 1 count. As I considering the fact that 4 of those wins literally came this year, as James looking for a powerbomb with Brother Darren out-muscling him. So you can definitely say that it helps me. Same with James. I mean, from when we started FEW all the way to, what, around Collision Course-ish, he was struggling. He wasn't at the top of his game. He had plenty of opportunities at, obviously, the Undisputed title, plenty of opportunities to try and take that title from, obviously, Thomas at the time. And even in the first time he went for it, he just couldn't get the job done. It's James with the crossbody. But when he became a stud, that all changed for him. His momentum changed. He's looking to end this here with tickets, please. That is Brother Darren's lights out. 1, 2, 3. James with the momentum. And that's Steve of Deadly Bros taking out both men. I mean, I did say they defeated the the tournament winners. So is this him saying, we want a shot? We deserve the shot that they have. Be interesting to find that out. Hopefully on the next show. As we switch now from the men's tag division to the women's tag division. As the one half of the women's tag tournament, Barry Tag Tournament finalists and winners, technically, sorry, Lilly Bennet, formerly known as the Wolf Lily, takes on Atlas Dragonshield, one half of the women's tag team champions, one half are protectors of the kingdom. And obviously, again, similar to the Brothers of Darkness, to Darren and Victor, Lilly, since we began this tournament, has just been reborn. Yes, she hasn't swapped attitudes like the brothers did, but she's still found herself in the more winning ways than before. As Atlas makes her way to the ring. If I can find Lily's stats while Atlas has come to the ring here. Okay, so similar to, obviously, Brother Darren, Brother Victor, Lilly has suffered 22 losses in FEW. And she's picked up 6 wins since she joined in 2022. She's had 28 matches and only won 6 of them. And bear in mind, half of those came since the beginning of since the tournament started. But obviously, well, of course it would have. She won 3 back-to-back tournament matches. So this is like her first match since winning that tournament back in February. So when you compare it to the Atlas's run in FEW, obviously bear in mind Atlas joined September last year. So Atlas's run since joining in September. I'll again find the stats here. 6 wins, 1 loss. She's had 7 matches. Compared to, obviously, Lily's 28. And of those 7, she's only saw defeat once. And that was the ladder match. She has never been pinned or submitted in FEW. And she looks to continue that run here tonight. She lands a moonsault to Lilly. And an elbow drop. Vicious headbutts. Keeping Lilly Bennet down. And a drop kick. This has been all Atlas, which is not a surprise. Nothing against Lilly, but it's not a surprise that one half women's tag team champions has been dominating. Similar to the matchup just with James and Darren. James pretty much dominated that matchup. Barely give Darren any sort of breathing room, and that's what Atlas has been doing so far. But Lilly's finally managed to turn tables on a tag champ. And she's now dishing out some damage, but Atlas isn't going down without a fight, basically. But Lilly with a counter. And a knee drop. Rest up to a count of 8, but Lilly drop kicks to break that count up. I mean, that's one way to break a count. These two giving each other a heck of a fight here tonight. Lilly with an elbow to the back of Atlas. Oh, spikes are down. 1, 2. Atlas, though, shoulder up. She wants to her feet. She's got her up. Pack instinct. 1, 2, 3. An upset victory for Lilly Bennet. Big momentum swing in the favour of Paranormal Life, and Atlas, she looks, well, he's offering a hand, and Atlas is showing some sportsmanship here and accepting. Well, that's big momentum for Paranormal Life. Now it's time for Samuel Scythe's return to action following his brief injury. Brief time injured. Of course, he returns last week to confront the DK champion Bob and demand his DK championship rematch clause be activated. Whether it was obviously last week, this week, next week, or even that Birthday Spectacular, he said, I don't care. This contract says I have that matchup locked in already. It's just when and where. But Bob pretty much shut him down and was like, yeah, no. Not in a million years. So Scythe this week just has to settle for the muscle of Shadow Dimension, sorry. Frost Rockwell. First time matchup between these two, between the former DK champion, and again the muscle, the Shadow Dimension. So Frost will have his hands full tonight with the man that currently holds the record for longest reigning DK champion. He held that title the second time around for 302 days, well surpassing the joint previous record, which was his and Bob's. As both their first two runs ended at 182 apiece. With Samuel Scythe's second reign, that surpassed that. Obviously, he had a combined total 484 days with that belt around his waist. There's 14 successful title defenses, only twice came up short. Well, 3 times technically, but one was a double DQ. Obviously, he lost to Alex Boyd, Heartbreaker 2024. He lost to Bob, Heartbreaker 2025. But of course, he matched with Ian Parker back in December 2024 at Christmas Brawl. Ended in a double DQ thanks to Bob for taking them both out. Management thought it wasn't fair on one of them claiming a DQ, and neither of them were involved with Bob. Both hated his guts. The management called it a double DQ instead, which was honestly the wisest decision that could have been made. Neither one of them deserved to take a loss that night. So it's making more sense of saying, yeah, no, double DQ. Let's call this one a draw. Do you know what I mean? That's only the second time in the FEW history we've ever had a draw. Oh, I'm pretty certain that counted as a draw. I could be wrong. Might have been the case of the match was the idea of it was scrapped entirely. I'd like to think it was a draw. Because at least I can say we've had 2 draws in FEW, not 1. But I'm getting told here right now that it was just that match was just called completely off. Which again, probably a wise decision. Call it a no contest. No contests aren't really draws, so yeah, it makes sense. Underway, and it's Frost instantly with a headbutt that rocks Samuel Scythe. Frost will be hoping for that. A little bit of ring rust for Scythe since, as I say, he hasn't fought since losing the DK title at Heartbreaker. So he'll be hoping for that little bit of ring rust to ease him through this matchup and give him an easy victory over a former champion. Talking of champions, though, don't forget we still have our main event to come tonight. Match that was set up last week after the 2 came face to face. Marcus Cross taking on the Undisputed Champion. Scythe kicks out. Scythe went for the rope to do his patent leap off and drop kick, but Frost one step ahead and clotheslines him in the corner. Splash across the ring does not hit, but Scythe's boot does. Scythe in full. I keep eating my own words. Scythe was in full control then, but the back and forth begins now between the two. Scythe with the right hook. Frost that left chop essentially. Scythe's right hook for a moment there was superior. But both wailing away, doing the damage. I think Scythe again was considering the rope, but he took too long. I think he was a bit dazed there. Sends Frost bouncing off the ropes. And Frost with that huge ice punch. He's looking to end this. Kicking to the spine of Scythe, and Scythe wisely rolling his way out of the ring. Trying to prevent that dark elemental spear. But instead he gets dived at and gets out of the way just in the nick of time. And the process busts open Frost's face. leg drop to the back of the head. That's gotta hurt. Scythe, I think, looking again for the leg drop. Oh no, Swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3. What? Oh, Bob's here. Scythe had that in the bag, and Bob is here, sending a message to Scythe for even thinking about challenging him for that DK championship. We've got another blackhead. What the hell's going on here at the moment? It's Ian Parker. Ian Parker taken out by Bob in January is here, and he's looking to put Bob for the table. Bob screwed him out of the DK championship, screwed him out of a couple of months of his career multiple times now, and Ian Parker sending a message to the champion: do not forget about me. Are we looking at a triple threat for that DK title? Sounds good in my books. Now it is main event time, the matchup we set up last week. The Undisputed Champ coming out first. Obviously, he came out last week to just... Obviously, he congratulated Nicole on winning that Women's Birthday Rumble. Again, I'm going to put the congratulations here. Congratulations to Cole on earning that match at Recall. But obviously, not only did he congratulate her, he followed it up by saying he doesn't know what's next for him in terms of defending his title. He doesn't know who's next. Because no one's obviously stepped up for the challenge. And out came Marcus Cross to say, look, I've had enough. I want my chance in the spotlight. I want that title of yours. And the champ said, you want the title? Earn it. I'll see you next week in the main event. And I'm saying this right now. Cross beats the champion tonight. That birthday spectacular main event for the Undisputed title will be Marcus Cross versus Thomas. But the champ puts him down, then I don't know what we're looking at for that main event at Birthday Spectacular. But I am being told the champion will defend that title at night 1. So Wednesday the 23rd of April will be the time the champion defends that belt. Night 2 will be the champion versus champion, the title match between the Undisputed Champ, Queen Hayden, and the Apex champion, Tori. That one is locked in for night 2's main event. I mean, the matchups I'm being told here now, obviously, we don't know who he's facing, but as I say, the Undisputed Champ is night 1. I've been told the FW Tag Team Championship match between Stud Express and Brothers of Darkness, which apparently we're going to look into a bit more next week, that will be taking place on night 1 as well. Which then means the Women's Tag Team title match is going to be locked in for night 2, along with that Undisputed title match. Undisputed / Apex title match, technically. But we still have plenty of matches to lock in before then. I mean, the only other match I can really lock in would be that Birthday Rumble, which, as always, will take place on night 1. And it will take place this year prior to the main event. I'm pretty certain last year it was the opening match, but this year it's going to be taking place actually prior to that main event. As far as I'm aware, that might all change. Might do some swappities, we're not too sure as yet. So all we have really locked in is the 2 tag matches, the 2 Undisputed title matches, one being Apex as well, and of course that Birthday Rumble. But we've got a lot of stuff to talk about in regards to the GB title, in regards to the DK title. So we'll have to wait and see we don't lock him in tonight, then we'll be locking in stuff next week. But our focus now is this main event. Marcus Cross and the champ. Undisputed Champion Thomas 1-on-1. It's Undisputed Champ who strikes first with a few gut punches. And a clean blow to the back of the head of Marcus Cross. I can't get my words out right now. Marcus Cross. Not sure what I'd call that, but... Oh, headbutt. Straight to the face of the champ. Cross is another one really that hasn't really found momentum yet in FEW. Maybe this match could be his swing in the right direction. I mean, so far he's, if I've got this stat right, he's had 21 matches since joining in 2023. He's on 3 wins to 18 losses. That's not very good in his favour. Obviously fought at one Birthday Spectacular, which was last year's Birthday Spectacular, and that Birthday Rumble came up short in the end. 2, kick out of 2 there. So he's only had 1 appearance so far, and he lost that one. Because I'm trying to remember here exactly when he joined. It was, I think, mid 2023 when he joined us. But as I say, he just hasn't found the momentum. I mean, he tried to take the DK Championship from Samuel Scythe as he tries to splash, as he lands a splash on the champ here. Looking for a cover again. 1. Kick out at 1. So he tried to take the DK title from Scythe at... here's my memory, trying to remember correctly here. Big boot there. I think the first shot maybe. Oh, step up kick. Was the first shot Night of Scares? Or was it a Final Conflict? As a champ, essentially what was a moonsault to Marcus there. I mean, he beat the challenger. Oh, stunner. Stunner. I mean, he beat Scythe once in a non-title match, but he just couldn't get it done in the obviously, in the actual big picture. The champ looking to end this here right now. 1, 2. Cross with the shoulder up, though. Champ gets caught. Cross with the belly to belly there. Here we go. Looking for crossfire, but the champ with a counter of his own. Knee to the face. And a moonsault. Pitch perfect moonsault. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Kick out from Cross there. I mean, look at this moonsault here. On point to the spine, which has got to be more painful. But Cross, on the 2 count, just after the 2 count hit, got the shoulder up. And the champ making him pay now for not giving up. Sends him flying. Wants him on his feet. Here comes a springboard and the dragon flight. Maybe in Cross's night out. Over. 1, 2. Oh, almost a 2 count. Cross with his shoulder up though. Champ dragging him further and further away from those ropes. Oh. And that last one busted him open there. Knee to the face. Yeah, it did. Sent him into that rope. Oh, dragon spinning cutter. Champ busting out some new moves. And he's looking for the Dragon Slayer. Locks it in tight. Cross has nowhere to go. And Cross is out. Cross passed out. Champ victorious. So we now need to find out who will face the champ At Birthday Spectacular. Who the fuck is this? Wait. The rumours were true. That is Arthur Wayne. He's got the Undisputed title in his hands. Arthur Wayne is in FEW. Lamps the champ with that title. Arthur Wayne sends a statement in his first FEW appearance. And that is it for FEW Showdown. A showdown that saw Tori call out the Undisputed Champion Queen Hayden. And now we're officially locking in a matchup for Birthday Spectacular. That was then followed by Alex being defeated by Knight thanks to Hunter outside causing some chaos and allowing Knight to pick up the win. Also, we saw James defeat Brother Darren, but then Steve of Deadly Bros took out both men to remind them of the fact that Deadly Bros technically have a victory over Brothers of Darkness. We'll learn more about that next week, which I'll get into in a bit. Lilly Bennet shocked us all by defeating Atlas Dragonshield in a one-on-one match. Momentum seems to have swung in the favour of Panama Life, heading into the tag title match at Birthday Spectacular. The Samuel Scythe and Frost match was no contest. It was called off because Bob ambushed Scythe, but then Bob himself found himself ambushed by Ian Parker. Ian, back from injury, reminding Bob that he's not giving up until he becomes champion. So that should be interesting, and I think I might have another matchup. Yeah, I'm looking at next week's show, and I've definitely got another matchup I can lock in right now for you. And of course, our main event saw Thomas defeat Marcus Cross before being taken out by debuting Arthur Wayne, laid out the champion with his own title. So that is an interesting development there. So as I say, I'm going to quickly lock in 2 matchups for you tonight. Well, 3 technically. I'm going to lock in 3 matchups for you tonight. So we're locking in that Undisputed title match for the women's side. The main event of night 2 of Birthday Spectacular will be Undisputed Champion Queen Hayden defending that Undisputed title against the Apex Champion Tori in a title for title champion versus champion match. Winner takes all. That is going to be an excellent match. The other match I'm going to lock in for you right now is a triple threat for that DK Championship. It will be Samuel Scythe versus Ian Parker versus the DK Champion Bob. Anything goes in that match. Any weapon under that ring you can use. It'll be war between these 3 for that DK title. And the other match I'm going to lock in is the GB title real quick. The FEW GB Champion Daniel Baxter will defend the title against King Morgan on the biggest stage of all. So, yeah, I'm going to obviously now lock in next week's matchups. So we're going to kick it off with the debut of Arthur Wayne as he takes on Jeff Greybeard. That's going to be followed up by Alex taking on Hunter of TNE. Knight will be in his ring, obviously in his corner, so hopefully there's less shenanigans. Well, I say hopefully there'll be less shenanigans, but we know there's going to be shenanigans between them. We know there's going to be TNE trying to screw over Alex, so we'll see how that one goes after that attack tonight. I mean, the chair attack was brutal on Alex. And that's going to be followed by Jessica Walsh taking on Megan. Jessica getting her hands on her former best friend one-on-one. Then we have Callum Watson taking on Eduardo. Obviously, King Morgan wanted Callum Watson one-on-one, but Eduardo stepped in and said, look, you've got this title match now officially locked in for Birthday Spectacular. Don't get injured. Don't hurt yourself. I'll deal with Callum Watson. So that is now locked in. And our main event next week, we'll see Queen Hayden team up with Tori to take on Ice Cold Witch. They'll be allies for one night before they collide in that champion versus champion match at Birthday Spectacular. So a great card tonight, great card next week, and already a couple of matches now locked in for Birthday Spectacular. And I mean, we could also lock in the Birthday Rumble that is going to be taking place on night 1. So some excellent matches coming your way. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.